In a bustling city where neon lights flicker and laughter echoes through the streets, a girl named Mia struggles with the storms of emotion brewing within her. On the surface, her life appears perfect, with a stable job and close friends. But inside, Mia fights an unending battle against the painful memories of her past. Once a dreamer full of hope, Mia has built a fortress around herself to shield from the wounds inflicted by her family. As the waves of life crash down, she realizes that she cannot face everything alone. One day, an unexpected message from her parents arrives, presenting Mia with a pivotal choice. Will she open her heart and give them a chance to heal their relationship, or will she continue to live in pain, in isolation? Mia's story is not just a journey of seeking forgiveness. It is an exploration of the power of love, connection, and resilience. Can she overcome the scars of her past to rebuild her relationship with her family and find light in the darkest of days? Join us as we follow Mia's emotional journey, where every step carries the weight of hope and healing. Mia sat in her small, cluttered studio apartment, surrounded by sketches and fabric swatches. At 28, she was a passionate fashion designer, pouring her heart and soul into her dream of launching her own clothing line. But today, the fluorescent lights overhead felt harsh, and the weight of the world pressed down on her shoulders. She had just received a diagnosis that shattered her hopes, an autoimmune disease that would require extensive treatment and a hefty financial burden. As she stared at the medical paperwork, the words "chronic illness" echoed in her mind, drowning out the vibrant dreams she had for her future. Mia had always envisioned herself walking the runway with her designs, but now she was faced with the reality of medical bills that could easily consume her savings. The thought of asking for help made her stomach churn, but she knew she had no other option. Taking a deep breath, Mia decided to reach out to her family. She had always believed that family would be there in times of need, but as she drove to her parents' suburban home, doubt crept in. Would they understand? Would they care? The familiar streets felt different, and the memories of laughter and warmth were overshadowed by the uncertainty of her current situation. Arriving at her childhood home, Mia hesitated at the front door. She could hear the muffled sounds of her family inside, the TV blaring and her sister Lily chatting excitedly about her upcoming wedding. Gathering her courage, Mia knocked, and her mother opened the door, her perfectly styled hair and designer outfit contrasting sharply with Mia's disheveled appearance. "Mia, we weren't expecting you," her mother said, a hint of surprise in her voice. "I need to talk to everyone," Mia replied, her voice trembling. "It's important." As she stepped inside, she felt the warmth of the living room envelop her, but it was a warmth that felt distant. Her father and Lily were sprawled on the couch, engrossed in a reality TV show. Mia's heart raced as she prepared to share her news, but the words felt heavy on her tongue. "I got some test results back today," she began, pulling the medical papers from her bag. "I have an autoimmune disease and the treatment is really expensive." When she revealed the staggering cost, the room fell silent. Her father's expression shifted from casual interest to concern, but not the kind she had hoped for. "That's more than the down payment on Lily's house," he said, his voice laced with disbelief. Mia fought back tears, feeling the sting of their indifference. "I know it's a lot, but the doctor says if I don't start treatment now—" "Have you looked into payment plans?" her mother interjected, shifting uncomfortably on the couch. Mia felt her frustration boiling over. "I've checked everything. The interest rates would crush me. I thought family would help family." Her father's stern face hardened. "We have our own lives to think about, Mia. Lily's wedding is coming up and we can't jeopardize our financial stability." "Jeopardize my life?" Mia's voice rose, filled with desperation. "Without treatment, that's exactly what could happen." Lily rolled her eyes, her attention still on her phone. "It's not like you're dying tomorrow." Mia stood up, her legs shaking. Actually, without treatment, that's exactly what could happen. As she gathered her things, she felt a wave of betrayal wash over her. I understand perfectly, she said, her voice steady despite the tears threatening to spill. I understand that when I needed you most, you chose your comfort over my life. That's not fair. Her mother reached for her hand, but Mia pulled away. Don't worry about your precious financial stability. I won't ask for anything ever again. As she drove home, tears streaming down her face, her phone buzzed with a text from her friend Emma. How did it go? Want me to come over? Mia pulled over, unable to see through her tears, and typed, They said no. They actually said no. Emma's response was immediate. I'm coming over, and I'm bringing reinforcements. You're not alone in this. Sitting in her car, watching the sunset paint the sky in shades of orange and pink, something shifted inside Mia. The devastation of her family's betrayal was still there, but alongside it grew a fierce determination. If her own blood wouldn't fight for her life, she would have to fight harder for herself. Wiping her tears, she started the car again. This wasn't the end of her story, it was just the beginning of a new one where she would find strength in places she never thought to look. That evening, Mia sat on her worn-out couch, surrounded by sketches and fabric swatches that once inspired her. Now they felt like reminders of a dream slipping away. Emma arrived shortly after, bringing with her a sense of warmth and support that Mia desperately needed. Mia, I'm so sorry about what happened with your family, Emma said, pouring them both a glass of wine. You deserve so much better than that. Thanks, Emma, Mia replied, her voice barely above a whisper. I just thought they would be there for me. I never imagined they would turn their backs when I needed them most. Emma nodded, her expression serious. You know, sometimes people don't realize how serious things are until it's too late. But you can't let their indifference define you. You have a voice, and you can use it. Mia took a deep breath, feeling a flicker of hope. I've been thinking about starting a blog. I want to share my journey, not just about my illness, but about the struggles of pursuing a dream while facing adversity. That's a brilliant idea, Emma exclaimed, her eyes lighting up. You have so much to say, and there are so many people who would connect with your story. Let's get started. With Emma's encouragement, Mia began to outline her first blog post. She poured her heart into the words, detailing her diagnosis, the pain of rejection from her family, and her determination to fight back. As she typed, she felt a sense of liberation. This was her story, and she was ready to share it with the world. Over the next few days, Mia worked tirelessly on her blog, which she decided to call Finding Strength in Adversity. She shared her experiences, her fears, and her dreams, and soon her posts began to resonate with others. Comments flooded in from people who had faced similar challenges, offering support and encouragement. Mia felt a sense of community forming around her. She connected with other bloggers, joined online support groups, and even started hosting live Q&A sessions where she could interact with her readers. Each interaction fueled her passion and reminded her that she was not alone in her struggles. However, as her blog gained traction, Mia's family remained oblivious to her journey. They continued with their lives, focused on Lily's wedding preparations and their own issues. Mia felt a mix of anger and sadness, but she refused to let it consume her. Instead, she channeled those emotions into her writing, creating content that was raw and real. One evening, as she was preparing to post a new entry, Mia received a message from a reader named Sarah. Your story inspired me to share my own. I've been battling a chronic illness for years, and I felt so alone until I found your blog. Thank you for being brave enough to speak out. Mia's heart swelled with gratitude. This was why she had started the blog, to connect with others and create a space where people could share their stories without fear of judgment. As the weeks passed, Mia's blog continued to grow and she began to receive invitations to speak at local events and workshops. She felt empowered, knowing that her voice was making a difference. But deep down, she still longed for her family's support and understanding. One day, while preparing for a speaking engagement, Mia received a text from her mother. "We hope you understand our position. We love you." Mia stared at the message, feeling a mix of emotions. Did they really love her? If they did, why hadn't they been there when she needed them most? With a deep breath, she decided to focus on her upcoming event instead of dwelling on her family's indifference. She was determined to make an impact, not just for herself, but for everyone who felt abandoned in their time of need. As Mia stepped onto the stage for her first speaking engagement, her heart raced with a mix of excitement and nerves. The room was filled with people eager to hear her story, and she felt a surge of adrenaline as she looked out at the audience. This was her moment to shine, to share her journey and inspire others. "Hello everyone, my name is Mia and I'm here to talk about resilience in the face of adversity," she began, her voice steady despite the butterflies in her stomach. "A few months ago, I received a diagnosis that changed my life, a chronic autoimmune disease that requires extensive treatment. But what hurt even more was the realization that my family, the people I thought would support me, turned their backs when I needed them most." As she spoke, Mia could see the audience nodding in understanding. She shared her experiences of feeling abandoned, the pain of rejection, and the determination that grew within her. With each word, she felt the weight of her family's betrayal lift slightly, replaced by a sense of empowerment. After her talk, several attendees approached her, expressing their gratitude for her honesty. "Your story resonated with me," one woman said, tears in her eyes. "I've been through something similar, and it's comforting to know I'm not alone." Mia felt a warmth spread through her chest. This was why she had started her blog and begun speaking out. She wanted to create a community of support for those who felt isolated in their struggles. However, as the days turned into weeks, Mia's family continued to face their own challenges. Her father's business was struggling and the stress was palpable. They had invested heavily in a new venture that was not paying off, and the financial strain was beginning to show. One evening, Mia received a call from her sister, Lily. "Mia, can we talk? Things are really tough at home right now," Lily said, her voice shaky. Mia's heart sank. "What do you mean?" she asked, trying to keep her tone neutral. "Dad's business is failing, and we're worried about money. We need your help," Lily admitted, her vulnerability surprising Mia. Mia felt a whirlwind of emotions, anger, sadness, and a flicker of hope. "You want my help now, after how you all treated me?" she replied, her voice rising. "I thought family was supposed to support each other." "I know, and I'm sorry," Lily said, her voice breaking. "But we're in a really bad place. We need you to use your blog to help us. You have a platform now, and we thought maybe you could write something positive about the family." Mia took a deep breath, feeling the weight of the request. "You want me to use my success, the success I built from your rejection, to save you?" she asked incredulously. "Yes, please. We're still family," Lily pleaded. Mia felt a mix of emotions swirling inside her. Family. You didn't think of me as family when I needed you. You chose your comfort over my life, she said, her voice steady but filled with hurt. Lily's silence spoke volumes. Mia realized that her sister didn't fully understand the depth of her pain. "I can't just forget how you all treated me. I need you to understand what I've been through," she continued. "I won't help until you truly grasp the impact of your actions." After hanging up, Mia felt a sense of clarity wash over her. She had fought hard to build her platform and create a community of support. She wasn't going to let her family's struggles overshadow her journey. Instead, she would continue to focus on her mission to help others who felt abandoned. That night, as she sat down to write her next blog post, Mia poured her heart into the words. She wrote about the complexities of family dynamics, the pain of betrayal, and the importance of self-worth. She shared her story not just as a means of catharsis, but as a way to empower others to stand up for themselves. As she hit publish, Mia felt a sense of liberation. She was no longer defined by her family's rejection. She was carving her own path and helping others along the way. As the weeks passed, Mia's blog, Finding Strength in Adversity, continued to gain traction. Her posts resonated with many, and she found herself connecting with a diverse community of readers who shared their own stories of struggle and resilience. Each comment, each message of support, fueled her determination to keep going. One day, while checking her blog's analytics, Mia noticed a significant spike in traffic. Curious, she clicked on the source and discovered that a popular wellness website had featured her story. The article highlighted her journey, her struggles with her autoimmune disease, and her mission to create a supportive community for others facing similar challenges. Mia felt a rush of excitement. This was the exposure she needed to reach even more people. She quickly shared the article on her social media platforms, and the response was overwhelming. New readers flooded in, eager to connect and share their own experiences. Among the new followers was Emma, who had been her rock throughout this journey. "Mia, this is amazing. You're inspiring so many people," she texted. "We should do something bigger. Let's host a community event where people can come together, share their stories, and support one another." Mia loved the idea. "Yes, a support event would be perfect. We can invite local speakers, have workshops, and create a space for people to connect," she replied, her heart racing with excitement. They quickly got to work, planning the event for the following month. Mia reached out to local businesses for sponsorships, while Emma coordinated with speakers and set up a social media campaign to promote the event. As the date approached, Mia felt a mix of nerves and anticipation. This was her chance to make a real impact. On the day of the event, the community center buzzed with energy. Mia arrived early to set up, her heart pounding with excitement. She decorated the space with colorful banners and inspirational quotes, creating an inviting atmosphere. As attendees began to arrive, she felt a sense of belonging wash over her. The event kicked off with Mia sharing her story, just as she had done at her previous speaking engagements, but this time it felt different. The audience was filled with people who understood her struggles, who had faced their own battles. She could see the empathy in their eyes, and it fueled her passion. After her speech, Mia invited others to share their stories. One by one, people stepped up to the microphone, recounting their journeys of resilience. There were tears, laughter, and a profound sense of connection in the room. Mia felt a warmth in her heart as she listened to each story, realizing that they were all in this together. As the event continued, Mia noticed a woman in the back of the room, quietly observing. After the last speaker finished, the woman approached Mia. "Hi, I'm Sarah," she said, her voice soft but filled with determination. "I just wanted to say thank you for creating this space. I've been struggling with my own illness, and I felt so alone until I found your blog." Mia smiled, feeling a sense of fulfillment. "Thank you for being here, Sarah. Your story matters, and I'm glad you found a community here." As the event wrapped up, Mia felt a sense of accomplishment. She had created a space for healing and connection, and it was just the beginning. The attendees exchanged contact information, promising to stay in touch and support one another. However, as the excitement of the event faded, Mia couldn't shake the feeling of her family's absence. They hadn't reached out since Lily's call, and she wondered if they were even aware of what she was doing. One evening, while reflecting on her journey, Mia received a text from her mother. "We saw your event on social media. It looked amazing. We're proud of you." Mia's heart sank. proud of me, she thought. Where were you when I needed you? Despite the mixed emotions, she decided to focus on the positive. She had built a community that supported her, and that was what truly mattered. As she continued to write and connect with her readers, Mia realized that her journey was not just about overcoming her illness. It was about finding her voice and using it to uplift others. She was no longer just a fashion designer. She was a beacon of hope for those who felt lost. As Mia's blog and community continued to flourish, her family faced mounting challenges. Her father's business was struggling more than ever, and the stress was palpable. Mia could sense the tension in the air, even from a distance. She had chosen to focus on her own journey, but the thought of her family's difficulties lingered in the back of her mind. One evening, while Mia was preparing dinner, her phone buzzed with a call from her father. She hesitated for a moment, her heart racing. It had been weeks since they last spoke, and she wasn't sure what to expect. Taking a deep breath, she answered. "Mia, can we talk?" Her father's voice sounded strained. "Sure, Dad, what's going on?" she replied, trying to keep her tone neutral. "It's about the business. We're in serious trouble. We've lost a lot of clients, and I don't know how we're going to recover," he admitted, his voice heavy with defeat. Mia felt a pang of sympathy, but it was quickly overshadowed by the hurt from their previous interactions. "I'm sorry to hear that, Dad, but I can't help you if you don't understand what I've been through," she said, her voice steady. "I know we haven't been there for you, and I regret that," he said, his tone softening. "But we need your help now. You have a platform, and we thought maybe you could write something positive about the family. It could help us regain some trust in the community." Mia's heart raced with conflicting emotions. "You want me to use my success, the success I built after you all turned your backs on me, to save your business?" she asked incredulously. "Yes, please. We're still family and we need you," he pleaded. Mia took a deep breath, feeling the weight of the request. "I can't just forget how you treated me. I need you to understand the impact of your actions before I can even consider helping," she replied firmly. After hanging up, Mia felt a mix of anger and sadness. She had fought so hard to build her platform and create a community of support, and now her family wanted to leverage that for their own benefit. It felt like a betrayal all over again. That night, as she sat down to write her next blog post, Mia poured her heart into the words. She wrote about the complexities of family dynamics, the pain of betrayal, and the importance of self-worth. She shared her story not just as a means of catharsis, but as a way to empower others to stand up for themselves. As she hit publish, Mia felt a sense of liberation. She was no longer defined by her family's rejection. She was carving her own path and helping others along the way. Days turned into weeks, and Mia continued to focus on her blog and community events. She organized workshops, inviting speakers to share their experiences and provide resources for those facing chronic illnesses. The support she received from her readers was overwhelming, and she felt a sense of purpose that she had never experienced before. However, the tension with her family lingered. One evening, Mia received a text from Lily. "Dad's not doing well. The stress is getting to him. We need to talk," the message read. Mia's heart sank. She had been hoping for a reconciliation, but she wasn't sure if she was ready to face them again. After a moment of contemplation, she decided to respond. "I'll come over tomorrow, but I need you to understand my perspective." The next day, Mia arrived at her parents' house, her heart racing. As she walked through the familiar door, memories flooded back. Happy times spent with her family, laughter echoing through the halls. But now, the atmosphere felt heavy with unspoken words. Her parents sat in the living room, their faces etched with worry. "Mia, thank you for coming," her mother said, her voice trembling. "We've been doing a lot of thinking." Mia took a deep breath. ready to confront the issues that had been festering for so long. I want to understand what's going on, but I need you to acknowledge how your actions affected me, she said, her voice steady. As they began to talk, Mia felt a glimmer of hope. Maybe this time they would truly listen. As the conversation unfolded, Mia felt a mix of emotions swirling within her. Her parents expressed their regrets, acknowledging the pain they had caused her. "We didn't realize how serious your situation was until it was too late," her father admitted, his voice heavy with remorse. "We were so focused on our own problems that we failed to see yours." Mia listened intently, her heart aching for the family she once knew. "I understand that life can be overwhelming," she replied, her voice calm but firm. "But when I needed you the most, you chose to prioritize your comfort over my life. That hurt more than anything." Her mother reached for her hand, tears glistening in her eyes. "We're so sorry, Mia. We see that now. We were wrong and we want to make it right." Mia felt a flicker of hope, but she knew that words alone wouldn't heal the wounds. "Making it right means understanding the impact of your choices," she said. "It means supporting me, not just when it's convenient for you, but always." As they continued to talk, Mia shared her journey of building her blog and the community she had created. She spoke about the importance of authenticity and vulnerability, and how her experiences had shaped her into the person she was today. "I've found strength in my struggles, and I want to help others do the same," she said passionately. Her parents listened, their expressions shifting from guilt to admiration. "We're proud of you, Mia," her father said, his voice filled with sincerity. "You've turned your pain into something beautiful, and we want to support you in any way we can." Mia felt a wave of emotion wash over her. "If you truly want to support me, then you need to understand what I've been through. I can't just forget the past, but I'm willing to move forward if you are." After a long pause, her mother nodded. "We want to be part of your journey, Mia. We want to help you with your blog and your events. We want to be there for you, not just as family, but as your supporters." Mia felt a sense of relief. This was the conversation she had been waiting for. "If you're serious about this, then let's work together. I want to create a foundation to help others facing chronic illnesses, and I could use your support." Her parents exchanged glances, and Mia could see the determination in their eyes. "We'd love to help," her father said. "We can use our connections to raise funds and awareness for your cause." As they discussed the details, Mia felt a renewed sense of purpose. This was a chance for her family to not only support her, but to also learn from their past mistakes. They could work together to create something meaningful, turning their struggles into a force for good. Over the next few weeks, Mia and her family collaborated on the foundation. They organized fundraising events, reached out to local businesses for sponsorships, and spread the word about their mission. Mia felt a sense of unity forming, and for the first time in a long while, she felt hopeful about her relationship with her family. However, as the foundation gained momentum, Mia couldn't shake the feeling of unease. She had built her platform from the ground up, and she wanted to ensure that her family understood the importance of authenticity in their efforts. One evening, as they were finalizing plans for their first major event, Mia sat down with her parents. "I appreciate all the support you've given me, but I need you to understand that this foundation is about more than just raising money. It's about creating a community of support and understanding for those who feel alone in their struggles." Her father nodded, his expression serious. "We get that, Mia. We want to honor your vision and the people you're trying to help." Mia smiled, feeling a sense of relief. "Thank you. I want this to be a space where people can share their stories and find strength in each other. It's not just about the money. It's about the connections we create." As the event day approached, Mia felt a mix of excitement and nerves. She had poured her heart into this foundation, and she wanted it to be a success. On the day of the event, The community center was filled with people eager to support the cause. Mia stood at the front, looking out at the crowd, her heart swelling with pride. This was her moment to shine, not just for herself, but for everyone who had supported her along the way. The day of the foundation's launch arrived, and Mia felt a whirlwind of emotions as she stood at the front of the community center. The room was filled with friends, family, and supporters, all gathered to celebrate the beginning of something meaningful. Banners adorned the walls, showcasing the foundation's mission to provide support and resources for those facing chronic illnesses. As Mia took the stage, she felt a surge of adrenaline. "Thank you all for being here today," she began, her voice steady but filled with emotion. "This foundation is not just a reflection of my journey, it's a testament to the strength we can find in each other. Together, we can create a community where no one feels alone in their struggles." The audience erupted in applause, and Mia felt a wave of gratitude wash over her. She shared her story, detailing the challenges she had faced and the importance of support during difficult times. She spoke about the power of vulnerability and how sharing their experiences could foster connection and healing. As she finished her speech, Mia invited her parents to join her on stage. "I want to acknowledge my family, who have chosen to stand by me and support this mission. It hasn't always been easy, but I believe we can learn and grow together." Her parents stepped forward, their expressions filled with pride. "We're honored to be part of this journey," her mother said, her voice trembling with emotion. "We've learned so much from Mia, and we're committed to supporting her and everyone who needs it." The crowd responded with cheers, and Mia felt a sense of unity in the room. This was a new beginning for her family, and she hoped it would mark the start of healing for all of them. Throughout the day, attendees participated in workshops, shared their stories, and connected with one another. Mia watched as people formed bonds, exchanging contact information and promising to support each other. It was everything she had envisioned and more. As the event came to a close, Mia felt a sense of fulfillment. She had created a space for healing and connection, and it was just the beginning. The foundation was off to a strong start, and she was excited about the possibilities ahead. However, as the weeks went by, Mia noticed that her parents were struggling to adapt to their new roles within the foundation. They were eager to help, but their lack of understanding about the community's needs sometimes led to missteps. One evening, after a particularly challenging meeting, Mia sat down with her parents. "I appreciate your enthusiasm, but I need you to understand that this foundation is about more than just fundraising. It's about listening to the community and being sensitive to their experiences," she said, her tone firm but compassionate. Her father nodded, looking thoughtful. "You're right, Mia. We want to support you, but we need to learn how to do it effectively. We don't want to overshadow your vision." Mia felt a sense of relief. "I know you want to help, and I appreciate that. Let's work together to create a plan that prioritizes the voices of those we're trying to support." As they brainstormed ideas, Mia felt a renewed sense of hope. They could create a foundation that truly reflected the community's needs, and she was grateful for her parents' willingness to learn and grow alongside her. In the following months, the foundation gained traction, hosting events that focused on education, support, and advocacy. Mia felt a sense of purpose as she connected with others, sharing her story and encouraging them to do the same. However, the journey was not without its challenges. Mia still grappled with her own feelings of betrayal and hurt from her family's past actions. While they were working together, she often found herself reflecting on the pain that had brought them to this point. One evening, as she sat down to write a new blog post, Mia decided to address these feelings head-on. She wrote about the complexities of forgiveness, the importance of setting boundaries, and the journey of healing. She wanted her readers to understand that while reconciliation was possible, it required honesty and vulnerability from all parties involved. As she hit publish, Mia felt a sense of liberation. She was no longer defined by her family's rejection. She was carving her own path and helping others along the way. As the foundation continued to grow, Mia found herself facing new challenges. The initial excitement of the launch had faded, and the reality of running a nonprofit organization began to set in. There were endless meetings to attend, fundraising goals to meet, and the constant pressure to ensure that the foundation was making a real impact. One afternoon, while reviewing the foundation's budget, Mia felt a wave of anxiety wash over her. They had secured some funding, but it wasn't enough to sustain their programs long term. She knew they needed to expand their outreach and find more sponsors, but the thought of networking and pitching their mission to potential donors felt overwhelming. That evening, Mia called Emma, her closest friend and confidant. "I'm feeling really stressed about the foundation," she admitted. "I love what we're doing, but I'm worried we won't be able to keep it going." Emma listened intently. "It's normal to feel overwhelmed, especially when you're trying to make a difference. Have you thought about reaching out to other organizations for partnerships? You could combine resources and expand your reach." Mia considered this suggestion. "That's a great idea. I've been so focused on our own mission that I haven't thought about collaborating with others. I'll start researching local organizations that align with our goals." The next day, Mia spent hours researching potential partners. She reached out to several organizations that focused on chronic illness support and wellness, proposing collaborative events and initiatives. To her delight, many responded positively, eager to explore ways to work together. As Mia began to forge these new partnerships, she felt a renewed sense of purpose. The foundation was not just about her journey, it was about creating a network of support for everyone involved. She organized a joint event with one of the organizations, focusing on mental health and wellness for those living with chronic illnesses. On the day of the event, Mia felt a mix of excitement and nerves. She had invited speakers from both organizations to share their expertise, and she hoped the attendees would find value in the collaboration. As people began to arrive, she greeted them with a smile, feeling the energy in the room. The event was a success, with attendees engaging in discussions, sharing their stories, and connecting with one another. Mia felt a sense of fulfillment as she watched people find solace in their shared experiences. This was what the foundation was all about, creating a community where everyone felt seen and heard. However, amidst the success, Mia still struggled with her relationship with her parents. While they were actively involved in the foundation, there were moments when their past actions resurfaced in her mind, causing her to question their intentions. One evening, after a long day of meetings, Mia sat down with her parents. "I appreciate everything you're doing for the foundation, but I need to be honest. Sometimes I still feel hurt by the way things were in the past," she said, her voice trembling. Her mother reached out, taking Mia's hand. "We understand, and we're so sorry for the pain we caused you. We're trying to make amends, but we know it's a process. We want to support you, but we also want to respect your feelings." Mia nodded, feeling a mix of gratitude and sadness. "I want to move forward, but I need to know that you truly understand the impact of your actions. It's not just about helping the foundation. It's about rebuilding our relationship." Her father looked her in the eye, sincerity etched on his face. "We're committed to learning and growing with you, Mia. We want to be part of your journey, not just as your parents, but as your allies." As they continued to talk, Mia felt a sense of hope. They were making progress, and she realized that healing was a journey that required patience and understanding from all sides. In the following months, the foundation continued to thrive, and Mia found herself more confident in her role as a leader. She embraced the challenges that came with running the organization, knowing that she was making a difference in the lives of others. However, as the foundation gained recognition, Mia also faced criticism from some who questioned her motives and the authenticity of her journey. One evening, she received a harsh comment on her blog, accusing her of exploiting her illness for personal gain. Mia felt a wave of anger and hurt wash over her. She had poured her heart into the foundation, and to be accused of insincerity felt like a betrayal. After taking a moment to collect her thoughts, she decided to address the comment publicly. In her response, Mia wrote about the importance of vulnerability and the reality of living with a chronic illness. She shared her struggles, her triumphs, and the genuine desire to create a supportive community. "I'm not here to exploit my journey. I'm here to share it and help others find their strength," she concluded. As she hit publish, Mia felt a sense of empowerment. She was no longer just a victim of her circumstances. She was a voice for those who felt unheard. As the foundation continued to grow, Mia found herself reflecting on how far she had come. The challenges she faced had only strengthened her resolve, and she was proud of the community they had built together. The events they organized were not just about raising funds. They were about fostering connections and providing a safe space for individuals to share their stories. One day, as Mia was preparing for an upcoming event, she received an unexpected call from a local news station. They had heard about the foundation and wanted to feature Mia and her parents in a segment about families overcoming adversity. Excited yet nervous, Mia agreed, knowing this could help raise awareness for their cause. On the day of the interview, Mia felt a mix of anticipation and anxiety. She wanted to convey the essence of their journey, the struggles, the healing, and the importance of community support. As the cameras rolled, she spoke candidly about her experiences and the work they were doing through the foundation. After the interview aired, Mia was overwhelmed by the positive response. Messages of support flooded in from viewers who resonated with her story. Many reached out, eager to get involved with the foundation or share their own experiences. It was a powerful reminder of the impact they were making. In the following weeks, the foundation saw a surge in volunteers and donations. Mia felt a renewed sense of purpose as she worked alongside her parents and the community to expand their initiatives. They launched new programs focused on mental health resources, peer support groups, and educational workshops. However, amidst the excitement, Mia still grappled with her feelings toward her parents. While they had made significant strides in rebuilding their relationship, there were moments when the past crept back into her mind. One evening, as they sat together discussing future plans for the foundation, Mia decided it was time to address her lingering concerns. "Mom, Dad, I want to talk about something that's been on my mind," she began, her voice steady. "I appreciate everything you've done for the foundation, but I still struggle with the hurt from our past. I need to know that we're moving forward together, not just in this project, but as a family." Her parents exchanged glances, and her mother nodded. "We understand, Mia. We've made mistakes and we're committed to learning from them. We want to be here for you, not just as your parents, but as your partners in this journey." Mia felt a sense of relief wash over her. "I want us to be open and honest with each other. It's important for me to feel that we're all on the same page, especially as we continue to grow the foundation." As they talked, Mia realized that healing was an ongoing process. It required vulnerability, honesty, and a willingness to confront the past. They shared their feelings, fears, and hopes for the future, and in that moment, Mia felt a deep sense of connection with her parents. With their relationship strengthened, Mia and her family continued to work tirelessly on the foundation. They organized a large community event to celebrate their achievements and raise awareness for chronic illness support. The event featured speakers, workshops, and opportunities to connect with one another. On the day of the event, Mia stood at the entrance, welcoming guests with a smile. The atmosphere was filled with laughter, hope, and a sense of belonging. As she looked around, she felt a profound sense of gratitude for the journey that had brought them all together. During the event, Mia took the stage to share her story once more. This foundation is a testament to the power of resilience and the importance of community. We've all faced challenges, but together we can create a space where everyone feels supported and understood. As she spoke, Mia noticed her parents in the audience, their faces filled with pride. In that moment, she realized that they had all come full circle. They were no longer just a family grappling with past mistakes. They were a united front, working together to make a difference. As the event concluded, Mia felt a sense of fulfillment wash over her. She had turned her pain into purpose, and in doing so she had not only healed herself, but had also helped countless others find their strength. In the months that followed, the foundation continued to thrive, and Mia embraced her role as a leader and advocate. She knew that the journey ahead would not always be easy, but she was ready to face it head-on, surrounded by the love and support of her family and community. As she reflected on her journey, Mia felt a deep sense of hope. She had learned that healing was not a destination but a continuous process, one that required courage, compassion, and a willingness to embrace vulnerability. With her family by her side, she was ready to take on whatever challenges lay ahead, knowing that together they could create a brighter future for themselves and others.